You're still watching the AM show. Time now to bring you some news updates. And first, after months of stagnation, the Pokuase-Nsawam Road project has finally seen a glimmer of hope. The contractor, Pokuase Limited, has resumed work on the site as of Saturday, August 16, bringing relief to commuters, business owners, and residents who had grown weary of the road's deplorable state. Joy News' Michael Ashale returned to the stretch and has filed this report.
Just days ago, this was the reality. Drivers had to carefully navigate the gaping potholes along this stretch.
But today, the experience is much different. That is only because the contractors, Pokuase-Nsawam Limited, is currently on site trying to rehabilitate the road and also continue the construction of this 33-kilometer road.
As of December 2024, although more than 70% of the work had been done, government had released only 20% of the $340 million needed for the project. Now, an additional $30 million has been paid. At Satellite Junction, the once muddy pool is gone. Laterite is taking its place.
We are suffering, very suffering.
I mean, how are you suffering?
Because we can't come out if it rains. Just a very small downpour, we can't come out. The road become very flooded. Some of the manholes have to be at least filled.
The road is bad. I am happy the contractor is back. I had to frequently change my tires. The contractor should try and finish.
Earlier, drivers threatened to stage a protest over the deplorable state of the road.
We must park the cars on the road and block it.
With works resuming, some drivers say there may be no need for that anymore.
Na I didn't know we need.
It gives me joy to see that the contractor is back here. If the demonstration happens, I will join, but I think the contractor is doing what we wanted. We should wait a bit.
The contractor may be back on site, but for drivers, relief is still far from near, because on portions of the road still sits muddy pools like this, that especially small vehicles had to take their time to navigate them, or else the unfortunate may happen.
It is on one of those sections that Amos Mensah slipped and fell.
I came here to work. While crossing the road, I slipped in the mud. Look, my sandals are torn.
The original completion date was July 2024. It was later revised to May 2025. Now, Pokuase-Nsawam Limited, the construction company, says the project will be ready in 9 months.
The maintenance is not going to take a lot of time. Between 2 and 3 weeks, we must be done with the basic maintenance, and that is filling and grading of the road up to Nsawam. But I said we started on Saturday. Within 2 and 3 weeks, we must be clear.
How about the major road? How many months or years are you going to spend in a construction?
Yeah, we have up to May 2026 to complete. And if there are any snacks, we will definitely ask for extension. There are also some electricity lines and water lines in the right of way. They have all encroached in their right of way, and it shouldn't have happened like that.
For many road users, the expectation is simple. This time, the contractor must stay on site and finish the work once and for all. For Joy News, Michael Ashale.
Now, away from the Pokuase-Nsawam stretch, a group calling itself the Coalition of Unpaid Nurses and Midwives working in various public health facilities across the country is demanding payment of their 7 months unpaid salaries. Now, the coalition, comprising of over 7,000 registered nurses and midwives, argues that the government has failed to honor financial obligations despite their financial clearance. According to the health professionals, despite having worked tirelessly since January this year, they are yet to see the fruits of their labor, which has plunged them into economic quagmire. They say they are emotionally drained to continue working with no assurances for their payments anytime soon. Take a listen to some of the distraught nurses recount their ordeal under the economic difficulty.
And we got there, the only thing they told us that it is true that our clearance have expired. But as it stands now, there is nothing they can do for us unless they clear the ghost names from the system. It was very disheartening and they rendered us hopeless. What happens to the financial clearance they gave us? We are there caring for Ghanaians because we are equally citizens of Ghana and we are caring for our country, which the country doesn't care for us. We are now second option that they should clear ghost names before they can absorb us. It is really disheartening. We are emotionally traumatized. Aside we not getting the money to cater for our needs, it is like psychologically we are tormented, and our work we should be psychologically fit, physically fit, and emotionally fit. We can render care to patients.
I'm sleeping on the floor. Just recent, last 2 weeks, I was admitted at the hospital, and the diagnosis was pneumonia because the weather. You see how the weather is, and the floor, it doesn't match. So with this, we are going through a lot. Our hospital bills, we pay it ourselves. What we eat, we do it ourselves. And if the money is not coming, when we were not employed, we were working and getting our own money to take care of ourselves. But now that they have stopped our means of income, they have to do something about it.
I have a letter with me that was given to me by my landlady that she has given me till 21st August this month. If I don't make payment of the balance of 1,500 cedis, I should pack my things and leave her house. This is the letter. You can even have a view. This is the letter. This is what we are going through. So I have just 2 days to get 1,500. If not, I have to leave the house. I can't sleep outside. So if by 21st I don't get it, I have to go to my parents and go and join them doing farming.
Now, the group wants their demands heeded to within the next month, or the government will face their wrath. Stephen Kwajotechi is a convener for the coalition.
We need immediate payment of all salaries owed us since January 2025. We need a clear and binding timeline from government, not later than September 2025, to resolve this matter. We need transparency and accountability in handling our financial clearances. This is not just about money. It is about fairness, dignity, and respect for the men and women who hold Ghana's health system together. If nothing concrete is done after this call, as the saying goes, when we get to the river, we will know how to cross the river. We have our plans in mind, but we are waiting patiently on the government, hoping that this press conference will yield the results we intend. If not, the government and the good people of Ghana would hear from us. We will not sit back whilst our profession is being disrespected and our lives are destroyed. Ghana for Monsorio, Choboy, yeah, Choboy, yeah, Yaniabre, 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 Ghana for Monsorio. Now is the time to speak for your nurses.
Now, a desperate cry for basic necessities has led students at Wenchi Alferi College of Education to take drastic action, citing chronic lack of water, appalling facilities, inadequate hostels, poor feeding, and sky-high fees plus the denial of their SRC week. They have blockaded the school, halting all access. Students' Union General Secretary Mahama Livingston charged authorities to finally intervene. Vice Principal Abbas Ali Hassan responded with promise to resolve the issues swiftly. And Asabit has more.
For years, students at Al Farouk College of Education here in Wenchi say they've endured neglect. Today, their frustration reached the boiling point. They've taken control of the gate, shutting down the college and demanding answers. These students aren't just angry, they are desperate. They cite a litany of grievances long and deeply felt. Deplorable classroom conditions, a crippling lack of water supply, severely crowded and inadequate hostels, complaints about poor feeding, and most pointedly, what they call sky-high exploitative school fees.
We are unable to access our resource for a long time. This issue has been going on. We all know tertiary institution pay school fees once, but we here at Al Farouk, we don't know whether we are so special. And if you look at the school complex, I don't know what they are using the money for.
I know that after paying your school fees, the school has to provide your school uniform. Schools have everything. But after paying the fees, they said we should also pay for school uniform and other things. We don't have classrooms. For over a month now, we don't have water. We don't, even when the water is running, it's not pure.
Students claim that despite paying their mandatory SRC dues, they are consistently prevented from holding their annual SRC week celebrations, a vital outlet for student life and voice.
And now, as I'm speaking to you, we have paid for our SRC dues. We have paid for SRC fees. But they are saying that we will not celebrate it. Why? They say it's haram against the school. And we are paying for it. Why are we paying for SRC fees when we will not allow us to celebrate?
General Secretary of the Student Body, Mahama Lome Livingstone, laid out these stark realities directly to student authorities during a tense meeting today, demanding immediate intervention.
And second on the list is school fees breakdown. You are saying when the fees come out, you want it to be broken down so that you know, okay, this particular amount is going for this people and this one is also going there. Okay, over here we also have, you are asking the school administration to allow or allocate a full 1 week for the celebration of SRC week.
To the shattered gates and unified student anger, college officials stepped in to calm the volatile situation. Vice Principal Abbas Ali Hussein offered assurances stating the grievances are being handled and will be addressed.
I will stand to represent the principal to tell you that by his grace, we look at all these issues and solve them. So currently, we want you to put a stop to the demonstration in that answer. We wish you well and we'll meet again.
Reporting for Joy News, Anas Sabit, Wenchi.
Now, for Ghanaian youth, the call is clear. Start saving now to secure tomorrow. The launch of the Elmina branch of the University of Cape Coast Cooperative Credit Union Limited stakeholders urged young people to build financial discipline and safeguard their future. The head of supervision at the Credit Union Association, Stella Tassa Maunyo, emphasized that developing the habit of saving early not only instills financial discipline, but also serves as a cushion in times of unexpected hardship. Abigail Leisa-Linkroma has more in this report.
The University of Cape Coast Cooperative Credit Union Limited, founded in September of 1988, is focused on providing financial services to its members within the university community, small-scale business persons, traders, drivers, and other interested persons. Currently, the cooperative has opened a new branch in Elmina, and at the launch, the CEO of the cooperative, Vincent Yamwa, shares the significance of the new establishment.
The purpose of our gathering this day is to launch our new branch, the Elmina branch, which is coming out of the amalgamation of the former KEA Workers Credit Union and UCC Credit Union. Now, UCC Credit Union has taken over the activities of KEA workers. And now our new branch is UCC Cooperative Credit Union Elimina branch. Our main aim is to help to improve the livelihood of our members. As the life of individuals is improving, we are hoping that the life of the members in the community will also improve.
The chairperson of the cooperative's board, Charity Abraham, highlights some of the benefits of the cooperative's presence in the community.
The benefits to the community. And so in terms of education, when you go to Cape Coast, you hear from us that we've affected so many lives. Just giving them educational materials and all of that. I remember we went to one community and then gave them a library facility and furnished this for them. So once we are here, we are not going to leave the community alone. I mentioned to the chief that if they let us know that if there's any school that is in need of any educational facility, will be glad to help that school. In terms of the fisher folks, here it's predominantly fisher folks. And so we will go around and look at the fishing harbor and other things that we can help to ensure that the community grow. We are growing together. We grow stronger together. And so we are not here alone. We will help them to ensure that the community grows, and then the name of the UCC Cooperative Credit Union goes further.
While advising the youth, the head of supervision at the Credit Union Association Limited, Stella Tasamaunyo, urged them to embrace the attitude of saving.
For the youth, I just want to use this opportunity to talk to them and invite them to join a credit union within Cape Coast. You can see the youth having about 4 mobile phones and then buying credits here and there. Ask yourself, have you saved enough for the future? How long are you going to depend on your parents? And so you need to put something aside today to help yourself when you grow.
You're still watching the AM News. Time now for business updates, and Hunter Pele is on standby.
Well, let's do business updates now. And tax consultant Francis Demori-Boy has asked the Ghana Revenue Authority to enhance tax education in the informal sectors to improve compliance. His advice comes on the back of the World Bank's warning about Ghana's revenue mobilization effort, arguing that it poses a serious threat to the expected economic recovery from next year. Speaking to Joy Business, Mr. Demori-Boy maintained GRA must be deliberate about meeting its revenue target for the year.
Yes, a lot more needs to be done, and we have seen the GRA doing something. But trust me, the modified taxation is targeted at the informal sector. These are people who traditionally will not be able to understand and know overnight. So we expect that more needs to be done by the GRA, and then after the education, enforcement needs to be done. The VAT reform would have brought us some, revenue, but unfortunately we have pushed it to 2026. All the same, we need to do more education to enable the informal sector buy-in. Remember, the informal sector, small businesses, according to the Statistical Service Department, they contribute close to 80% of the businesses we have in Ghana. So if we're able to target them and go after them, I believe that we can raise some money from there.
Well, in a decisive move to enhance development cooperation, the Ministry of Finance has convened a high-level strategic engagement with the United Nations agencies, funds, and programs operating in Ghana. The following report has more.
Statement released by the ministry said the day-long meeting reaffirmed Ghana's commitment to inclusive growth, coordinated planning, and sustainable transformation while providing a formal platform to align priorities and strengthen accountability between government and developing partners. It said a strategic engagement response to that challenge, reinforcing the ministry's recognition of the UN's pivotal role in supporting national development. The meeting brought together the ministry's representatives, heads of UN agencies, and its technical experts who shared strategic priorities, key interventions, and collaborative footprint across the country. Discussions focused on emerging coordinated challenges, streamlining multi-stakeholder collaboration, and aligning UN's collective support with Ghana's SDG implementation framework.
Let's conclude the business update with what's happening on the commodities market. And that's how we wrap up the AM News. Up next on the show is the AM Sports. You stay.